Well, welcome back, all you amazing, smart people out there. I've got so much information to share with you guys today, starting with the fact that a presidential candidate has just had an assassination attempt on his life. The mainstream media is downplaying it and basically quiet about the entire thing, while the Biden administration continues to deny this presidential candidate any kind of secret service. It's almost as if Biden and his administration are guilty as hell and what is going on with this candidate. Now, who am I talking about? I'm talking about RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy. Take a look at this article. I found this on the RepublicanBrief.com. And here it is. Assassination plot of the President of the United States candidate thwarted. Biden looks guilty as hell. It goes on to state this in the article, and I quote, "On Friday night in LA, law enforcement officials apprehended an individual who was in possession of a weapon and had made fraudulent assertions of affiliation with the security personnel of RFK Jr. The incident occurred in close proximity to a location where the Democrat contender for the 2024 presidential election was delivering a public address, and within a 2-mile radius of the site where his father, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, was tragically slain in 1968, so not far from that same spot. The occurrence transpired in the vicinity of the Wilshire Ebell Theater, where Kennedy was delivering a speech to commemorate Hispanic Heritage Month. Kennedy shared an image on X, formerly called Twitter, depicting an individual who was apprehended while donning an emergency medical service garment and obscured by dark sunglasses. According to Kennedy, the individual in question was observed to be in possession of a U.S. Marshal badge and had made a verbal claim of the affiliation with his security detail." That is huge. So this so-called man is somehow affiliated with his security detail and pretended to be some kind of U.S. Marshal, and he's going in to potentially shoot up a presidential candidate who Joe Biden, by the way, is continually refusing Secret Service to. Now, there's a lot more to the story that I want to share with you, but just a quick break from my sponsor. Well, do you ever wonder what happened to Chuck Norris? Well, I recently saw a video of him and I was completely shocked. I mean, the man is in his 80s. He's kicking butt. He's working out. He's staying active. And to put icing on the cake, so to speak, he's got tons of energy to share with his grandkids. Now, he did this by making one change to his lifestyle. In fact, he even says that he still feels like he's in his 50s. His wife also made this one change to her lifestyle, and she too is experiencing more energy, not to mention the fact she looks leaner than ever. Now, if you guys want to check out what Chuck is doing, I want to encourage you to watch the video, and you can get the video on chuckdefense.com/haven, and it explains absolutely everything. That's chuckdefense.com/haven. Check it out by going to the site, or if you want the link directly, click the link in the description box below, or click that more button for more information. All right, back to the broadcast. So here is what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. had to say on his X account or Twitter account regarding this assassination attempt on his life. Take a look here, and this is again on his X Twitter page. "I'm very grateful that alert and fast-acting protectors from the GDBA spotted and detained an armed man who attempted to approach me at my Hispanic Heritage speech at the Wilshire Theater in Los Angeles tonight. The man, wearing 2 shoulder holsters with loaded pistols and spare ammunition magazines, was carrying a U.S. Marshal badge on a lanyard and belt clip federal ID. He identified himself as a member of his security detail. Armed GDBA team members moved quickly to isolate and detain the man until LAPD arrived to make the arrest. I'm so grateful to the LAPD for its rapid response." And here's the guy here right there that you could see. And he says, "I'm still entertaining hope that President Biden will allow me Secret Service protection. I am the first presidential candidate in history to whom the White House has denied a request for protection." But this is the guy that they have apprehended. And it's absolutely chilling when you come to think about it. But the truth of the matter is he's not wrong. Joe Biden has continually denied him Secret Service. And here's just an article to back that up as well. FoxNews.com, RFK Jr. says Biden administration rejected his request for Secret Service protection in the 2024 race. Now, the Biden administration wants to claim, well, technically we're not supposed to provide it until so much time before the presidential election. The problem with the White House's claim is they've allowed it for presidential candidates way beyond the said date for years, forever. Obama being one of those, Trump being one of those. Many presidential candidates have had it way before the said deadline to require it. Now, why would Joe Biden deny it, especially after an attempt on his life? And why would the mainstream media be absolutely silent about what is going on and what just happened to RFK? It's almost as if they have a death wish for this presidential candidate who just so happens to be a Democrat. I would suggest more libertarian in his case, because I like a lot of what he says. But Joe Biden seems to be going after him full-fledged. I mean, they've already been censoring the guy into oblivion. He's being treated not as harsh as Trump, but in similar light as Trump, which just goes to prove that anyone on the political opposition, anyone politically different from the Biden administration, they are going after with the full force of their intelligence community and the Biden White House. I mean, these are his two presidential candidates, Donald Trump and RFK, and both of them are being treated like utter and complete crap. It's insane. Not only is Secret Service not being allowed to protect RFK, but on top of it all, he is also being censored, just like Donald J. Trump. Take a look here. Fox News, RFK Jr. I was the first person censored by the Biden administration. Here's another one. Facebook and Instagram remove Robert Kennedy Jr.'s nonprofit for misinformation. And here's one that happened. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was banned from Instagram. Now, obviously, he is now back on Instagram, but the truth of the matter is they keep pulling him off, taking off his information, banning him in every which way. And then if you look at the reversed, no real Democrat is being censored the way that RFK is and Donald Trump is. And basically all of his supporters, all of us, are being censored. Again, just one reason that I created restrictedrepublic.com. Hopefully you guys are there. But now, right, to add a little fuel to the fire, we also have Russell Brand being convicted of, I guess, rape or something like that. And he's all over the mainstream media. Anyone that is saying stuff that they don't like is being attacked full force. But I mean, again, we really have to start asking ourselves the question, why is the Biden administration censoring the top political candidates, both Donald Trump and RFK, to such stature? It's almost as if, I'll leave that for restricted. But you know what? There is a lot of questionable things happening here. Why would you do that? Considering the 2024 election, these are your top candidates, right? I feel like we are in a third world country, and absolutely, by golly, we are living in a third world country. I hate to say it, but we have unfortunately allowed ourselves to get in this place because it's our job, we the people, to stand against this corruption. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are still freaking dead asleep. We have to start getting the right people into office. And I think we have to start doing more to call out the corruption that is happening to all of us, especially this censorship game and now these assassination attempts on presidential candidates that are completely not only going ignored, but they're being refused detail, knowing very well that RFK needs that protection. And whether or not you agree with the guy, I do not agree with his stance on guns, obviously. I love his stance on a lot of other things. He's got his ups and downs like everybody else, but I think we have a right. He has a right to the detail and security, especially for his life. And he sure the hell would do a damn better job than Joe Biden. Obviously, I'm wholeheartedly for Trump, right? I want Trump to make it, but both of these people could do wheelies over Biden, anyhow, who can't even put a sentence together. Anyhow, I love all of you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.